Imagine that for the next year, you keep doing exactly what you're doing today. The same habits, the same distractions, the same excuses. Now imagine looking back 1 year from now and realizing that nothing changed. Not because you lacked intelligence, not because you lacked potential, but because a handful of small habits quietly controlled your life. Ancient Chinese thinkers understood something that modern people often forget. A habit is rarely defeated by force. It is defeated by strategy. And thousands of years before smartphones, social media, and endless distractions, Chinese philosophers, generals, and scholars developed principles that allowed ordinary people to gain control over themselves. Today I'm going to show you the Chinese method for breaking almost any bad habit, not through motivation, not through willpower, but through 7 principles that have survived for centuries. And the last one might completely change the way you think about self-discipline forever. Most people believe bad habits are defeated through effort, so they make a promise. No more scrolling, no more procrastinating, no more junk food, no more wasting time. For a few days, everything goes well. Then something happens, a stressful day, a difficult week, a moment of boredom, and suddenly they're right back where they started. The problem isn't weakness. The problem is that they're fighting the wrong battle. Ancient Chinese strategist Sun Tzu once taught, "Every battle is won before it is fought." Think about that. If you're relying on willpower every single day, you're already fighting a battle that should never have existed. The Chinese masters understood that victory comes from preparation, not struggle, and that leads to the first principle. Principle number 1, remove the cause, not the symptom. A man once complained to a scholar that he couldn't stop drinking. The scholar didn't ask him to become stronger. He asked a simple question: why is the wine always within reach? Most people attack the habit itself. Chinese wisdom attacks the environment. If social media distracts you, remove it. If junk food tempts you, don't buy it. If your phone destroys your focus, place it in another room. The strongest person isn't the one who resists temptation, it's the one who rarely encounters it. Winning begins before the temptation appears. Principle number 2, think in days, not in lifetimes. One of the biggest reasons people fail is because they try to solve forever. They tell themselves, "I'm quitting this habit forever." Forever feels enormous. Forever feels impossible. Ancient Chinese thinkers often focused on the present action rather than the distant outcome. Instead of asking, "Can I do this for the rest of my life?" ask, "Can I do this today?" 1 day becomes 3, 3 becomes 7, 7 becomes 30. A mountain is climbed 1 step at a time. A habit is broken 1 day at a time. Not forever, just today. There is an old story. A troubled man came to a master and said, "Teacher, my habits control me." Without saying a word, the master tied a rope around his hand and wrapped the other end around a wooden post. Then he shouted, "Help! The post won't let me go." The man stared at him, confused. "Teacher, you're holding the rope." The master smiled. Exactly. Many people believe their habits are chains, but often they are ropes we continue to hold ourselves. The realization is uncomfortable, but it is also empowering, because if you are holding the rope, you can let go. Principle number 3, replace, don't remove. Nature dislikes emptiness, so does the human mind. This is why people fail when they simply remove a habit. They create a void, and the old habit rushes back to fill it. The Chinese approach is different. Replace. Don't remove. Replace scrolling with reading. Replace procrastination with 5 minutes of work. Replace unhealthy food with better food. Replace endless entertainment with meaningful challenges. The mind always seeks reward. The secret is teaching it to seek a better one. Principle number 4, small victories create great power. In the modern world, people are obsessed with dramatic transformations. The ancient Chinese admired consistency. A scholar did not become wise overnight. A warrior did not become disciplined overnight. A craftsman did not become skilled overnight. Every great achievement was built from small daily victories. 1 page, 1 workout, 1 hour of focus, 1 temptation resisted. Tiny actions seem insignificant until you repeat them hundreds of times. Then they become destiny. Modern culture worships motivation. Ancient Chinese wisdom did not. Why? Because motivation is temporary. Some mornings you feel unstoppable. Other mornings you feel nothing. If your actions depend on your feelings, your progress will always be fragile. This is why Chinese scholars valued ritual. The same action, at the same time, every day. Not because they felt inspired, because they understood something deeper. Discipline is remembering what you want most when you're tempted by what you want now. Principle number 5, systems over feelings. When you don't feel like exercising, exercise. When you don't feel like studying, study. When you don't feel like working, work. Not because suffering is noble, but because waiting for the perfect mood is a trap. Successful people don't eliminate discomfort. They stop negotiating with it. The decision has already been made. And when decisions become automatic, habits lose their power. Principle number 6, honor your future self. In traditional Chinese culture, personal honor was extremely important, but not merely honor in the eyes of others, honor in the eyes of yourself. Imagine meeting yourself 1 year from now. Would that future version thank you? Or would he ask why you kept surrendering to distractions? Every action is a vote. Every decision casts a ballot for the person you are becoming. The future isn't built tomorrow, it's built today. Principle number 7, accept short-term pain for long-term freedom. This may be the most important principle of all. Every bad habit offers immediate comfort. Every good habit requires immediate effort. That is the deal. You cannot avoid discomfort. You can only choose its timing. A few minutes of discomfort now, or years of regret later. Ancient Chinese thinkers understood this deeply. The temporary pain of discipline is far lighter than the permanent pain of wasted potential. The discomfort you avoid today often becomes the suffering you face tomorrow. Most people spend their lives fighting habits. The Chinese masters approached the problem differently. They didn't fight harder. They fought smarter. Remove the cause. Focus on today. Replace instead of remove. Collect small victories. Build systems. Honor your future self. Accept temporary discomfort. None of these principles are complicated. Their power comes from application. Because the truth is, your life is not shaped by your biggest decisions. It is shaped by your daily habits. And one day, years from now, you'll wake up living the results of what you repeatedly do today. So ask yourself, what rope are you still holding? And more importantly, are you finally ready to let go? A man conquers the world by first conquering himself. Ancient Chinese wisdom.